Well, you know, you just can't really complain. Getting enough work to keep you busy. You know, I've told you several times, but I guess, well, about 2 weeks ago, it was 12 days ago. Within 2 days, I got, I think, 6 lawnmowers. And, you know, they've kept me pretty busy, other than the shipping has been just excruciating slow. It was just incredible how slow it is. And, you know, this John Deere, my initial order went really fast. No problems. So, you know, you get it 2 days or so, and I can't even remember, belts. I got belts. That's what it was. Belts and spindles. Then I realized there was a lot more problems with this than just belts and spindles. So I needed a fan blade for the transmission, some hydrostatic oil for the transmission, and new blades. So all that stuff took 9 days to get. 9 days. I mean, this isn't even reasonable shipping anymore, especially when they advertise. When I bought, I don't know, there were some, these belts up here. When I bought those belts, I'll get up there in a minute. When I bought those belts, that was 12 days ago. And they said, expected delivery within 2 to 12 days, or 2 to 6 days, excuse me, 2 to 6 days. And it's been 12 days. So, you know, that's not even reasonable anymore. Of course, he's not in a huge hurry. He did say he's coming down this Friday. That's 2 days from now. And the belt showed up this morning. So I said, yeah, the John Deere's been done for a couple days. But the yard machine, I still got to put belts on in the morning. And then I'll make up a bill. That's for Thursday. So he'll be able to come pick it up Friday. I just hope everything's okay and we don't run into a problem. But even at that, he didn't seem like in a hurry. He was in a hurry. He says, I'm going to be down on Friday. He's from St. Louis. And if you're done, I can pick him up. So, got this in today. And people are incredible. I've worked on this a couple of years in a row now. And always needs new belts and, you know, service. And it's just, you know, good stuff. But people just don't seem to understand that this is not a tank. They just don't get it. I run into this several times a year. He calls me up yesterday and says, the belt fell off. He said, I heard a noise and the belt fell off. And he says, that's the belt you replaced earlier this spring, late winter, early spring. So like a few months ago. And I said, well, you know, a few months on a belt, I can't warranty that. You know, my warranty is only 30 days. And, you know, belt is a wear item, and depending on how hard it is abused, you know, I can't guarantee that it's going to last very long. Now I have limited my warranty down to 15 days, but when he did this, it was 30 days. So I would honor that, but it's well past 30 days. So he says, well, just come pick it up, see what you think, and get it fixed. Okay. So I get it over there. I think, well, maybe I can just put the belt on it. It'll be okay. Maybe it just fell off. So I was going to put it on and just test it. No, there's an entire pulley that is missing. It's the tensioning pulley. It's right back here. It's hard to see. You can't see it. And it's got a spring on it that keeps tension on the belt. It's an automatic PTO, you know, electric PTO. So it keeps tension on that belt. It's completely missing. And the bolt is bent over. It was holding it on. So either the pulley just locked up, which is, you would see evidence of that with a belt that was smoking. But there's no shiny spots on the belt. And then, so that's what you would see on that, but I don't see it. There's also huge nicks in the center blade. So he's hit something. And somehow they don't realize, or they're not telling me, that they've hit something. I heard a noise and it just stopped working. The belt doesn't came off. You know, maybe I should ask, did you hit something? I know they'd say no. And I don't want to force people to lie. So it's just incredible. You know, I had a Gravely here a while back, and I fixed several things in a row, and he calls up and says, I'm feeling snake bitten. And it just gave me the feeling that he thought I was biting him. He says, that PTO you just replaced is spun off and broke the shaft, and just all kinds of stuff. Well, I got to looking at it, and he has bent the crank shaft. He hit something so hard that it took all that energy, ripped the PTO, spun it around, took the PTO bracket with it, and bent the engine's crankshaft. Completely ruined that mower. So I told him to buy a cheap mower like a Craftsman, because they have those cheap spindles on there that are designed to break. There's a guy, I just finished it yesterday, has a Craftsman, probably a 2005, and he just abuses that machine, and every month he brings it over for a new spindle, but he's not tearing up the entire mower. You know, he'll bend the blade and damage the spindle. I mean, he completely rips those spindles off. He pays his monthly dues. I come pick it up. Now, it did take a little bit longer to get the parts this time. It's just frustrating. Usually it's overnight, but this one was like 7 days. But he understood. He says, well, I sell things on eBay, and it can take, you know, this one here, got the belts this morning. Been waiting on them for 12 days. From Parts Tree. And, you know, it's 2 belts. They're $50 each. They're really expensive belts for the drive. And but you look at the tracking information, it was in one facility in Kansas for 5 days. I mean, if you could have just moved that in 2 days even, I wouldn't be sweating that, you know, there's going to be something else wrong. I kind of looked over at everything, and everything looks okay. There's a loose blade, but the star pattern is still okay. It's still locking on, so that it didn't hurt the star pattern on the spindle. So, and that's all he wants. Blades and belts. Pretty simple job. It shouldn't take 12 days to finish a simple job like this. And that is the primary reason why I don't like ordering from Parts Tree or any OEM distributor. You know, with Amazon, at least Amazon sometimes, most of the time, put it on their truck and bring it down here. They have a vested interest in making sure I get my packages. But Parts Tree puts it in the mail, and it just takes forever to get. The thing is I ordered belts the day before, same exact belts, same belts, same part numbers, everything, for similar machine. It was an MTD. I mean, they're all MTDs. They just put different labels on them. But that one was a MTD mower. And it got here like in 2 days. I mean, it just flew here. And then I ordered these the very next day, and it took 12. So it's just, it's not consistent. They came from the same location. They came from Texas. I don't know. It's just, thing is, I might have another mower coming pretty soon. But I did warn them that it could take some time to get the parts. But it's a Craftsman MTD like this. It's a 2019. It'll have these same belts. And, but I guess that's the only thing I can tell them. Well, if you're wanting belts for an MTD, it's going to take a couple weeks at least. But I'm glad he's not in a hurry. He's not even missed them yet because he's still in St. Louis. So he won't miss it until Friday. I picked up a push mower today, so I picked up a push mower and that Cub Cadet and brought them back. But it was already noon by the time we got everything settled in and done, and the mailman ran late, so I couldn't get these on. And Red got into something. She chased a cat this morning across the street, and boy, she was out of breath. I saw her running. She ran straight through the woods. And I saw her, and I jumped outside, and I couldn't catch her. She was already gone. But she had a huge wet spot on her back, and at first it didn't stink or anything. But then when it dried out, it started stinking. I don't know what it was. So we rinsed her off, You know, we're very cautious with her because she's so emotional from being a stray. She, you know, the fireworks and the lightning and all thunder and all that, she just panics. She panics if we leave. She panics if we go down to the camper, go down to the solar panels. She just panics all the time. Well, we decided to hold off on giving them baths. You know, Girly was here too. And just suffer with the dirt for a while. Well, you know, we take wet wipes and we try to wipe them off and brush them just to kind of keep them clean. Well, this morning, when she get rolled in that, we decided that we were going to just wet that one spot with a little coffee can of water, soap it up. So we put her collar on, which she was always been pretty good with a collar. We keep it off of her because we don't want her getting choked on it. But put a collar on her, put her leash. She walked outside. Carolyn held the leash. She just stood there, not really pulling that hard. Wasn't jerking or anything. I dumped a little water on her. She stood there, didn't freak out. Washed her off with some shampoo, rinsed her off, and she went out and played. So maybe she's had a bath before. We tried to wash Girly the first time because she was really terrible. I mean, she had fleas so bad. Her hair was just as thin as it could possibly be. I don't know, maybe you have been around pigs. Pig hair is real thin. You can see their skin. That's what Girly looked like. You can see her skin like a pig when she first got here. But she didn't want nothing to do with that water. So the other thing is we'd like to put Red in the truck, but we're very concerned about doing it. She doesn't want to go in it. So we, you know, if we put her in there and start driving around, you know, how's she going to react? Would that stress her out and all of a sudden now she's mad at us? So what we might do is put her in the truck and just sit in the driveway. Don't turn the truck on or anything. Just see how she does. And if she seems to handle that okay, then we'll turn the truck on. If she seems to handle that okay, maybe we'll back up a little bit and see how she does. I mean, we definitely don't want to stress her. She is just constantly stressed. She just looks stressed. But I'm sure she's suffering, you know, that post-traumatic stress stuff. I bet she just will never get over it. And, you know, we realized that when we took them in, that they were damaged mentally. And we were okay with that. You know, how does a dog who is absolutely starved to death, she probably only had a day left to live, she could barely walk when she got here, become picky with food? But she's just picky. She eats on her time, and she acts like you're feeding her, you're abusing her. I don't want to eat now. And she just, well, droopy eye. But she's nice to have around. I'm glad we got to take care of her. I guess that's what the big thing is just glad we get to take care of her. For some reason, it just makes us feel good. So anyway, I'm going to jump off of here. So if you'll click this up next box, take the video over to my other channel, I really appreciate it. Go check it out. So if I can inspire you, I don't know, write your congressman about the UPS, U.S. mail, so you live your dreams. Thanks for watching.